n- the augment is not fit for your early game. You will
Okay.
end up low streaking. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you tell me you played Rise on this spot, because yeah, you slam Morello, and Morello is basically Rise, because in Kalista you don't have Morello holder. That's why we slam Sunfire in Kalista comp. So you basically you are forced to play AP line, so Rise or Karma, but Karma in comeback is shit, so you can only play Rise.
Yeah.
To be to
Yeah.
be fair, Rise on comeback is shit too. So yeah, that's the issue. And
So
Morello
I
can be
think
used. Yeah.
sorry that I cut you
Don't
out,
worry.
but my main issue was like I made a sixth out of this, but I think after the third augment, because the other two were like pretty shitty, and I think it was like I got offered a bunch of karmas. You know, see, there's another
Yeah.
karma, and what bothers me that I remember I even got offered the Morgana early, and I declined it because I hard forced the fucking Rise. And as you can see, my last augment is Spellblade, which I know is not good for Rise
Yeah.
because the tons
Okay.
of
Yeah.
mana.
Okay.
And
You know it. Okay.
would it be the correct play if after I hit Spellblaze, I would pivot into Karma?
You don't have mana item, it would be shit too.
Okay, okay.
No,
So,
you're forced with those items, or a really good rise item.
yeah,
Uh, the main issue is you see with those item, just switch Morello with another item. You can play Kalista here.
oh wow. Yeah, you are absolutely right. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
You had the Kalista. You have the BT for Fiora. For you have everything.
Yeah, and the many Kalistas in the shop. Yeah, yeah. I was
Yeah,
totally blind.
because like I told you, I saw it. People slime AP item in early game, so they're gonna focus on Rise line or maybe some AP reroll, but they won't take Kalista. The only guy who took Kalista is the last guy, and he's blue streaking. He's one life. He will die soon. So yeah, that's why I don't recommend you to slam Morello in early game if you're not sure to have a good rise spot. Because, first of all, Morello is not that good on rise. Red
Yeah,
buff is far better. Because what happens if you slam Morello? What's the main issue in rise comp? If you slam Morello and you drop bow, what are you gonna do about the bow?
yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
nothing. Mostly Ginzu, like you did, but Ginzu isn't even that good on Rise because his cast takes too long. At least Ginzu is okay on Portal line because there is the flag of Jarvan that gives you starting attack speed on the fight. But like in this spot, yeah, Ginzu is mid item. Um, so that's why I don't like Morello at all. If you
Okay,
slam Morello, it's for win streak. It's for because you have a Seraphine 2. You are sure that your raw spot is correct. Uh, in other cases, you just try to save the world for AP item, Rabadon, Archangel, or Ginzu. The good thing with Ginzu is that you can still flex between Rise and Kalista when you slam Ginzu. So that's why what
okay,
I like about it. Okay,
okay, okay,
so it's not a perfect item on Rise, but it has flexibility that Morello doesn't have. Okay,
okay.
so yeah, that you when you're playing for cost line on good spot, you shouldn't be ending up with 6th place or
Yeah.
7 or 8th. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
a focus game that goes bad, you will take a 5th at minimum, because you had a good spot, HP, like this. Okay, but do not ever play a focus line like you did in this spot, because that's how you get a 8th.
yeah. There is the mage rise.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, but he took one rise at least, so it's not.
He will take more. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but when you rolled, he had one rise, so he
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
take
yeah.
that much. Uh, okay,
So
so we will finish what we started
okay,
yesterday.
okay.
Uh, so you will understand more, because that's why I proceed like this. I always proceed like it. I will show you the line, and then you will understand your mistake. Okay,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
a better approach than reviewing. I like to review games, but we don't have enough time to do
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's more impactful if you understand your mistake by yourself. So I will do my thing, and you no normally you will understand what you did wrong in your game. That went
Okay.
bad. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So yesterday we did one cost line. So quick summary, quick resume. We talk about Lydia Poppy, the Rogue Month, and about Ash. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. I saw you play the Ash Pyro, by the way.
Yeah.
So it
Oh.
was a good game. Uh, so that's most of the one cost line. Okay, so 4 augment and only one cost reroll that doesn't need hero augment to work. You have so it's pretty niche, pretty rare to play, but you have the Warwick Scepter Vampiric Scepter line, but don't get baited by this. I don't know if you know this line.
It's like you are 3-starring Warwick and Twitch, then push levels for Frost.
Just Warwick.
Just Warwick.
You don't really push for Frost. It depends. You can play vertical Vanguard too.
Oh wow.
Like this, because you have the link with where you can play. For me, I prefer this line because you reroll Blitzcrank and Warwick. Blitzcrank is tanking, and Warwick can full DPS like this. And you get uh, this. You have Blaster with Rumble for your way. Where is your secondary carry? You can put item like this on him. More like Archangel, I think. So yeah, that's the overline for me. Easier to play than because the Frost line is needs Diana.
Yeah.
And the main issue is in Frost you don't have so many front lines unless you do Swine Free. You won't do Swine Free when you are rerolling Warwick. So what can happen is your Swine dies quickly. Your Warwick takes the focus in early fights and it's doomed because he needs to scale.
Oh, I see. Yeah, 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 yeah.
In Vanguards, you have a bunch of shield, you have Blitzcrank free that doesn't drop the aggro, and Warwick can just scale his Ginzu and kill the enemy.
Yeah, yeah.
But one word about this line, do not play this line if you don't have Warwick.
Yeah.
That sounds stupid, but most people think that when you have Scepter, you can force Warwick whenever you want. You don't, because Warwick needs to kill.
Yeah.
I don't. He's stacking. He's a champion that stack movement speed and attack speed on each skill.
Yeah.
So you need to win streak in early game with Warwick. So a good Warwick games needs Warwick 2 that can stack even if you have a Vampiric Scepter. Okay.
Okay.
So do not force this line just with. If you have Warwick 1 Scepter Vampiric, Vampiric Scepter, you won't take stacks and it will goes bad. Okay.
Okay.
So be careful. Over one coastline is Nemzi Twitch. I think you must have seen it.
Yeah, that was my last game with the
So
prismatic.
yeah, that's it. That's what you only play this comp when you have the upgraded adventure. Okay,
Okay.
the prismatic one.
Yeah.
You don't ever play this comp without it on this patch. You can play it on the today on the new patch, but not on the patch for the LAN. Okay.
Okay.
For the tourney, you just stick to this comp when you have the upgraded adventure prismatic. And you have AD item like this on Numsy for Numsy. Do not underestimate Shivana. You must freestyle her as much as possible, okay?
Yeah.
Because when you cash out, you will get a bunch of resources. And if you don't have Shivana as a secondary carry, um, you might end up with item on stuck on Shivana 2, and that's bad
Yeah.
because yeah, you will try to itemize Nemzi and Elise as the main tank, and some cash outs are like free chief gloves, and yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you must put her.
Yesterday I managed to get the cash out at 4-1, and I saw
Oh,
that's the PGs,
yeah.
the Radiant one, and after that I got lucky glows at 4-2.
Oh, nice one.
So that was a first.
I bet. Okay, so if you put it all together, Augment here, like I told you, Poppy first, Lydia second, Liscant third, and Elise in the last one. If you want to reroll a one cost without a augment, you have Hash,
Okay.
Jax, like you played yesterday, and some niche situation, some you need to have a pretty specific spot is the Warwick line with Vampiric Scepter and the Numsy line with the upgraded Adventure Prismatic.
Okay.
So that's it. So how to proceed? Uh, it's simple. Here you need the augment. So if you don't have it, you don't play it. Simple. Warwick, if you don't have the scepter, you don't play it. Here you need the prismatic augment. If you don't have it, you don't play it. So the only thing you need to ask yourself is, okay, is it a hash pot? Do I have many H, many jacks? And do I have bow start? Like I told you yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, now to cost. To cost, we have. I will put it here. So we have still hero augment. So we have Galio, Nunu, Rumble. So my thought about them: don't try it. It's too risky in tournament. You can have fun with them on ladder because nobody will deny it, and the tempo is pretty slow. In tournaments, it goes bad most of the time. Okay. So
Even with Rumble one,
yeah,
because
especially with Rumble,
especially with Rumble. Oh, that's
is the
interesting.
worst. Is the worst one of the three in tournament by far.
Okay. Okay.
You know why? I will tell you why. So if we build the beast item on those guys, Nunu is like Elise. So it's pretty much like this. It's simple to build. It's one component of each, except the belt. You need two belt. So pretty simple to build, and you play him with Kogmo in the Kogmo comp. So not that hard. It's the less risky one, okay? But the other one need a fucking lot of road. They
Yeah.
need so much road.
Yeah.
So first of all, you can click on it if you don't have road. Second, you're pretty dependent on Krugs. If Krugs troll you, you can lose the game for free. If, for example, you are playing Galio Rumble and the Krugs give you two swords, you are doomed. So yeah, that's why the only case when I would play it on tournament is on a map that gives you item, especially the Envil Buffet one. Okay, when
Okay.
you can force your base. Okay, so that's
Yeah.
the main issue. You need to play to have base, especially with Rumble, because at least Galio, you need to have two Guinzu, but the last one, Gunblade, is the easiest one. But you can play Giant Slayer, you can play. Well, yeah, well, Rabbanon doesn't fix the issue of the road, but yeah. Rumble needs to have those three items. Without those three, it's garbage, huh? Because you need to crit. There is a bug on him that makes him hit harder with crits. So you need that Gerald Gauntlet.
Oh.
You need Rabadon because he needs AP. Because if you build crit on him but not Rabadon, you don't have enough AP.
Yeah.
And you need BT and not End of Justice, not Gunblade, because BT gives you a shield and he's a vanguard, and when he's under shield he is more tanky.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So you need those three. If you don't have those three items, this comp is garbage. And Rumble sometimes can be run on enemy boss for a long time, so be careful. That's why I wouldn't consider it if you can be sure to have your base itemization on those one. Okay.
I see.
And at least Rumble setup is easy to get. Gadio is really dependent on getting Tamkench on 6 to get the 6 Vanguard online.
Yeah.
So I like Shen set 11, Shen Behemoth, when you
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
wanted to have on 6. It's pretty much the same thing. So yeah, that's why I don't recommend it to you. And at least before B patch, he could win games. On post B patch, he won't win you the game.
Okay.
So
Okay.
much risks, pretty lot of risks to for pretty much. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
So what I can say about Rumble that one time I got the molten caramel augment with a spell crit like a jeweled start. So I basically played it. And I managed to get the items on Rumble, and I saw two people which were sniping my game, holding Rumbles. So I hit the 2-star Rumble at 3-2, then push levels.
You push well. Yeah, you can do that.
I started to push levels. I went for Vanguards and Arcanas and managed to hit not a top one, but a top two with it. So that rumble, what I got at 3-2, okay, I was really lucky with the items because I basically got the finished rumble at 3-2.
Yeah, that's why. That's what I told you. The main issue is the item, not not the power of the augment. I'm not
Yeah, yeah,
arguing about
yeah.
the power of the augment.
Okay,
The
okay.
augment is powerful, but um, like you said, you end up with a second in ladder. It's
Yeah,
in ladder, okay?
yeah,
So
yeah,
you won't
yeah.
end up with a second on tournament.
Okay.
And yeah, if you're playing this to just end up with 4 because everything will go bad, you can make him 3 star, so you have to push level, or you don't get the right item, just play a normal game. Then playing a normal game, you will get the same result in
Yeah,
average.
yeah.
So that's why. It's not like Poppy Lilia, when if you have the right spot you will get a second place or a first place.
I see.
Okay, so for 2 cost augment, now with 2 cost reroll without augment. We have Nila, we have Kogmo, we have Aoi, Kassadin, and that's it. So when do you play those lines? So Nila is, you must play Nila with warriors. So the setup is this one with 4 warriors, multi-striker. You need to 3-star Naila, Katarina, if possible, Akali. First of all, you need to see that you have many carries. You have 4 carries, 4 main carries, and you can still put item on Kalista. So warrior will express themselves more when you have many items. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a good comp to play on map that gives you a lot of resources. Like a loaded carousel, for example, when you have a lot of items, because
Okay.
you will manage to hit item as the warrior.
Okay.
But the trap is you don't really want to take item augment. That's why I'm telling you you are more likely to play this on the map that gives you item, because on the augment side you want to have combat augments.
Like Keeper
And
and the Sterak one.
you have the Sterak one, Unleash the Beast. You
Yeah.
have Keeper. You have Raw Rejuvenation. You have um, Mentorship. Everything that gives you stats on your warrior is good to take. Okay?
Okay.
You don't ever take an icon augment on this line, even if you are like, oh yeah, prismatic ticket, I will eat everything. No, you won't. You won't eat shit. Don't take it.
Okay.
Uh, so that's the main mistake that people will do in this comp, is to take one echo augment. You don't.
Okay.
If you want to take an icon augment on this one, the only one I will recommend you is what doesn't kill you, because it gives you icon and items.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay? But you don't ever take an icon augment on this line. Don't be surprised to finish with a 4 or 5th with good spot because you took, for example, running gold. It's normal. You will downscale.
Yeah. Yeah.
This comp scales with augment, combat augment, like duelist set 11, like a multi-striker,
Yeah.
previous patch. Okay. Um, no, for itemization. You slam what you have. Don't read this item. The This gear should be this. Okay. This one.
Okay.
But sometimes, for example, BT is really good when you are playing Sterax, because the shield of BT scales on the HP bonus given by Sterak's. But you can also play build like this.
Okay.
The main you need to have at least one defensive item. So Sterak's or Edge of Night. Okay,
Okay.
but for the rest, you slam what you get.
Okay.
It's a tempo comp, not a beast item comp. It's not Jinx Wukong. You don't wait for beast item. You just slam what you have. Um, Saved, if possible, all the crit of the gloves for Katarina because she loves the gloves. That's her main build, is this. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, Nila will take all the swords. That's why you will most of the time end up with this.
Okay.
Like you see, when we look at the component, it use pretty well the component. Sword on Nila, crit on Katarina, cheer and road on Katarina, um, belt and cloak on Nila.
Okay.
Akali is the same, pretty much the same itemization as Nila, except Nila will take the Last Whisper when Akali won't. Because Akali goes to backline, won't apply Last Whisper really well on tank. So, for example, a good Akali can be this or this. Okay.
Okay.
That's why the Serac augment is really good because you can have you have already it gives you one Serac that you can put on Nila, and after that you can have another Serac from your item drop that you can put on Akali.
Okay. Makes
You
sense.
are not forced to make everything 3-star. For example, some games you will have Nila and not Akali. In this case, you just swap the item on Fiora. Okay?
Yeah.
You can have the opposite scenario when you have Akali but not Nila. Then you do like this. But the thing that won't change is Katarina. You always run Katarina. You always item as Katarina. You always try to 3-star Katarina. Okay.
Okay.
Between Fiora and Gwen is weaker than Fiora, but she's weaker than Fiora when you have good items on Fiora. If you have Chief Gloves, I recommend you to play Gwen because Gwen will use much more item than Fiora.
Okay.
And in some cases, you will just have a bunch of tier or word. In this case, play Gwen because you can put Crown, you can put Blow Buff, you can put Ionic Spark on her, uh, like this. Okay.
Okay.
That's it. The next level is Arcana on Ekarim, and late game it's like most of the cap comp Arcana on Xerath. Okay?
Okay.
So, keep in mind, to be a master of this comp, you need combat augment, free combat augments. Okay?
Okay.
For example, yeah, Keeper, Unify, the Raw Rejuvenation, what else? We'll just get to my doc. Okay, so yeah, the Star One, support Golem, item collector, not today, that gives you Edge of Night.
Okay.
So yeah, augment like this. When it goes to prismatic, you have a really good one. It's the Freaky Friday one because it gives you two Triforce that you can put on your warrior, one on Nila, one on Akali, so you have good items online early, so you can win streak. There is only one exception. I told you that Econ Augment are not welcome on this comp, but there is One, it's March of Progress on Prismatic, because this one is perfect for this comp. This comp you roll on 6, but you finish your comp on 7.
Yeah.
So yeah, March of Progress will help you with that, because it gives you tempo, because you are level 5 early. You will be level 6 on 3-1, so it's early. You will keep your tempo, and you can play it perfectly. You are level 6 on 3-1. You roll for 2 stars. You make Acorn, and then you reroll on 4-1 for your 3 star, for Katarina 3, and to find your first your first copies of Fiora and Kalista. Okay?
Okay, and for like position,
Position, yeah.
you go.
On the side.
Yeah.
Uh, pretty, that's pretty much it. You want to be in. You want Nila to get hit, so you position her in front of the carry. If
Okay.
the guy is playing Rise on this side, you want to track him down on his side. If he moves here, you move Nila here. You don't have to move Akali. You don't have to move the Katarina. They can be at the center of the board. It doesn't
Okay.
matter. The main issue is Nila positioning. If you play Nila 3-star, you need to track
To
the carry,
catch the carry. Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
because she will dash here, kill the front line, and since she is here, she will then target here.
Yeah, if Yumi doesn't block it.
You will play a tournament. I don't know what the rules are, but we
Yeah,
play
it's
with.
restricted. Yeah.
Okay.
Thankfully. So with keeper augment, I would put Kalista behind her.
Yeah, because she just step back with her
Okay.
cast.
Okay.
With keeper, you can position like this. So always kata in front. You can do something like this, for example.
Okay. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Your chain will take will tank at first. That's what you want. Katarina is front. Won't waste time to move. Cast fast. The combo is Katarina cast, finished the front line that Nila hit
Clears
first,
up. Yeah.
and so Nila can go backline to kill the carries.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. That's it for Warrior. Now, Kog'Maw. My thoughts on Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw, don't play it without Beast Augment. You need Beast Augment on tournament to succeed with it. You won't win game. You must keep it in mind that you can't win a game with this guy. Okay?
Okay.
So if you are in a situation when you need a first, don't ever play him. So, what are the good augments to play this guy? First of all, you need to have the base of the comp. You need to have Kog'Maw early game, Blitzcrank, Nunu or Rumble. Okay, you don't play this comp without the champ in early game, because it's a win streak comp. It's a tempo comp like Warrior, but unlike Warrior, you can't win. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so what are those augments? The augment, the famous one is 12
Okay.
when you are given 12 is for days comp. You have the hero augment Nunu, the hero augment of Blitzcrank, like we saw yesterday. You have Epitaph. Epitaph is the and 12 are the two main augment of this comp that you can get early game. You have late game. You have item collector and support golem, but you can't have it at first. Okay, so
Okay.
that's the 4 augment of the comp. Okay, if you manage to get this one, Epitaph, 12 item collector, support golem, you will have a good Kog'Maw game that can gives you a second.
Okay.
But don't if you don't have them, it will be hard. Um, you have also the bees one, the bees and friends. That is okay. You have the combat caster.
One question about the bees one. With the bees one, I should play more Honeymancy, right? Still
No,
3?
no. Stay in free.
Okay.
Bees and friends. That you can play 5 honey with Kog'Maw. You will cut something that you need.
Okay.
You can't afford that. That's
So
why. But
only like in specific situations, like for some reason I will have a Honeymancy spat from I don't know
yeah,
from where.
if you spot, you can play 5, but without
Okay.
spot, you stick to 3.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
but that's why Epitaph is much better than Bees and Friends because it's pretty much the same effect. It's a shield that goes on to the next ally, but with Bees and Friends, it goes on to the next B-Champ.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
Epitaph, it's a shield that goes on to the next ally, so you will
Yeah.
get more shield. Um, Okay, so that's it. Just remember to play it in tempo. So, for example, there is another augment that can give you tempo. Is Crown-Guarded. It's a good augment that you can put on Nunu and Rumble. Nunu and Rumble use AP pretty well. That's when you use your Yord in the comp.
Okay.
And there is a specific one, True Tanky. It's the best augment of the comp. Nobody plays it, but it's really strong. When you have True Tanky, how do you proceed? You play this base, and that's it. So True Tanky version will be this.
Okay. So I don't care about Cog. Cog later comes in, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
But because the Chutanki is HP bonus, and you don't care about HP bonus on Kog'Maw on mid game
Yeah. Yeah.
because nobody will get him. So
Yeah.
you just put him late game because late game you can have AOE spell that hits your Kog'Maw. So yeah.
So with Kog'Maw comp, if I wanna hunterize, I'm not on the same side with
Yeah,
Kog
yeah.
because he will catch my
You,
ass, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Uh, you can do that with you don't want to be on the same side as Rise with any comp except Warrior
Okay. Okay.
because he will get you and he will kill you early fight and it's terrible for you. Okay, so like I said, Kog'Maw, 12 Epitaph, mostly maybe Shimmer. Shimmer is good too. Um, and you need good tempo, so you need to have good early game. So Cog early game, Blitzcrank, Nunu, good items. You need to have Shojin. Shojin is his main item because the rest you can flex. Sorry. You can flex, you can put a red buff on him, you can put Jan Slayer, you can put IE. You don't have to put Last Whisper if you build an event shard font, but the main item that you need every time is Choji.
Okay.
Okay. Um, so it's like Warrior, it's a build that really use Sword because that's the problem. When what do you do when you have, for example, a belt, sword, and glove? It's a pretty rough start because you can't really play Rise with this item. It's hard because you don't have any rod or any bow. And the same goes on with Kalista. You are missing the bow. and you need
Okay.
two of them. So when you have this item starts, you need to think, okay, I need to be in a situation when I play Cog or Warrior. If you are given a combat augment that fits well in Warrior, you try to play Warrior if not contested. And if you have the famous one, famous augment of Kog'Maw, 12e, Inspiring Epitaph, for example, you can try to play Cog if you have the early game. Okay?
Okay.
No, Kassadin. Kassadin, it's weaker than the Ash version, okay? But for any reason, maybe Caretaker Ally in Silver that gives you Kassadin, or because you have a bunch of Kassadin, you can still play him, okay? But I would recommend you to go on this line with the +1. Okay? +1
Multi
or
striker.
yeah, +1 multi striker or praise the attack. Or keeper, beast augment, you see. Not today. +1 multi striker, praise the attack, keeper. Okay?
Okay.
You don't go. You won't play Kassadin with like winning gold. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You don't go. So if you end up playing this build, you need to know about the optimization. Most of the guys were playing this build on the start
Okay.
of the set. Do not do that. It's shit. Okay. Quicksilver is shit in this patch. What Quicksilver will do against Ari? It
Yeah.
will do
Yeah.
one
Nothing.
shot. What it will do nothing against Rise, against Warrior either. So if you want to play Kassadin, you need Edge of Night. That's why not today is one of the beast augment of the comp. You need healing item BT if possible, and here you need AP item, and you need Archangel to
Okay.
clutch. The rest is the same as usual. 5 multi, Akali secondary carry holding the sword, for example. 3-star him, 3-star her. Arcana next. Kalista next. And the 7 multi in that game. In this comp, you're playing an AP comp, right?
Yeah.
So, as you can see, since we are not crafting Guinzu on Kassadin, how do you use the bow? Well, the bow goes on her. So if you have a Ginzu, it's on her, not on him. And if you are using the bow, you can play Kalista like this. The
Okay.
best Kalista you can build is this. It's an utility Kalista.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Okay?
It helps the custody. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You
If
see?
I have a 3-star custodian, but I barely have Akalis, I push levels, right?
Of course.
Okay.
And you will put items on Camille.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Uh, but the main, unlike Warrior, where Warrior you need Kalista for the synergy, but you don't itemize her first. In Kassadin, you need to prepare Kalista item. Kalista is more important than Akali.
Okay.
Okay, and Ash use really well those items. The static is a pretty important item to build in this comp. People won't do it because they are like, yeah, I need my Guinzu or my Nashor. If you don't build Nashor or Ginzu on Kassadin, you are fine. You will get your static Shiv on your backline. So here the important point is to the gestion of your item. Okay, don't
Okay.
build shitty items on Kassadin like Ginzu, like Quicksilver. Nashor is okay, but use a bow that you need on the back line, and the belt can be used on Akali. Okay.
Okay.
When Archangel, why Archangel is so good, beside the AP that it gives you AP that you need, is because it uses a rod and a tier, and tier
Yeah.
is the main. It's a component that you don't want basically,
Okay.
because if you get a tier, what do? You don't want to build End of Justice. Most of people will build End of Justice, but that's wrong. When you get tier, you need to build Archangel and you need to get a shield online. Okay.
Okay.
When you do that, your Kassadin game will go fine. Um, okay, so like I said, you go on this line if you have a bunch of Kassadin with good item, when you have like Warrior, good combat augments, not today is the best one. You have Keeper, you have the +1 multi-striker. You have also Unleash the Beast. When you have Unleash the Beast, it's simple. The Seracs replace the Edge of Night.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
But you don't ever build Serac on Kassadin without that augment. Okay?
Okay.
Um, and you have, of course, Prezi Attack. Prezi Attack is insane. Okay, so last one is Harry. Oh, so Harry. Harry, since the B patch, is less strong, but still strong. Um, when do you play Harry? You play Harry when you have uh, tier road opener, because you need to have this beast. So the classic Bastion version with Scholar. You freestyle everything you can to get value of the Arcana bonus of Harry. And I will warn you about this build. You won't win games with this build unless you have crazy augments. Okay? You need crazy augments. So what are the crazy augments in this comp? The main one is learning to spell.
Okay.
This one, when you click on learning to spell, you need to think about Harry.
Okay.
This augment is busted with Harry. That's pretty much the only Harry game that went first on the tournament last weekend. You have, of course, Spellblade, Combatcaster, High Voltage that gives you a Ionic Spark, pretty good one.
Okay.
Magic Wand. Um, Here too, Crown Guarded. Like I told you yesterday, don't build Gargoyle on this build. Try
Yeah.
to build Crown Guarded. It's far better, but if you need a lot of road, of course. That's why Crown Guarded is a good tempo augment, because you can really afford to build Crown Guard on your front line since you are waiting for Rabadon on Ari. So the fact that this augment gives you a Crown Guard is pretty good. So yeah, main one, learning to spell, Spellblade, Combatcaster, High Voltage, and Magic Wand. Those five are the main augment of the comp. When you see it, you can play it. It will go well if you have the right items. Um, and one commentary about Arcana Crest. Arcana Crest is insane late game, but not early game. Okay, so don't
Okay.
pick it on in the first augment to play Harry. It's bad one. But
Okay.
on 4-2, it's insane. Last one is augment item. You need to itemize Harry. You can itemize both your front line, Lilia and Poppy, and you can still put item on Zoe later on Rise. So augment items are really good, like replication, big grab bag, and the good one is Transfiguration. This one is insane because it will give you a lot of items
Okay.
for component, and it's depending on the charm you buy. And since it's a reroll, you buy a lot of charm in the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So when they give you transfiguration and you play this comp, you're really happy. Okay, nothing to add. Classic Rise setup at the end, playing Milo, playing Zerat for the cap. Basically, the hardest part is to get there. If you're not playing Ari in a good spot, you won't get there. But when you have Zerat online with Rise, here you can win the game. Okay?
Okay.
So keep in mind that same as Kog'Maw, as Kassadin, as Warrior, it's a two-cost line. Two-cost line are meant to win the stage 3. So it's a tempo comp. If you lose your stage 3 with this comp, you are doing something wrong.
Okay.
Okay?
One last question about that. If I have
Yeah.
the Zerat big thingy, the big turret
Yeah.
charm, where do I put it? Behind Lilia?
Behind Lila, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Middle, behind Lila.
Okay.
Okay, no, that's it for two costs. So if I do a resume, so that's your focus two cost line without hero augment. Kog'Maw, like I told you, take it with a really good spot. Don't expect you to win the game with Kog'Maw. You need 2 healthy, Epitaph, 2 tanky, Shimmer augment to do well with Kog'Maw. Ari, you need to have learning to spell, combat caster, spellblade, augment that gives you items like transfiguration, replication to succeed. And you need, if you want to win with Ari, you need to get to the late game with Rise and Xerath on the board. Lilia and Kassadin, both line that needs combat augment, free combat augment, like not today and unleash the beast or the good one, keeper. Nila is stronger than Kassadin, but sometimes Kassadin you can end up with a lot of Kassadin or augment that commits you to Kassadin with like crazy attack or +1 multi striker.
Okay.
So yeah. Now free cost line, it's much easier because in free cost you don't have many line. You have, of course, Vega, you have Jinx, and you have sometimes Way. I don't count Katarina as a free cost line because she's you play her with 2 cost,
Okay.
so she's not the main carry of the warrior line. She's a carry, but not the main. So, don't first of all, don't try to reload this guy.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah. So
I lost so many happy with Ezreal. Holy.
the only case when you're forced to play this guy is because I don't know, you're on trainer golem and you have +1 blaster and +1 blaster with augment, and then you're playing 6 blasters, and yeah, you are forced to play this guy. But
Okay.
don't reroll him. In most of cases, don't try to itemize him. Don't try to reroll him. Where is the main blaster? So this line is simple because Jinx, you won't play Jinx if you can't play Beast item. So what are the Beast item of this comp? It's simple. It's a bunch of gargoyle. The more you can. If you can do the third one, the last item is basically a shield item like Crown Guard, like BT. Uh, okay. And Jinx needs absolutely those items. At least the two Ginzu. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Not one last whisper?
No.
Oh, okay.
If you do this, you do that.
Okay, okay. Wow, okay.
Because what happened if you do this? She's too slow. You
Okay.
will lose. If you do
Like Bard
this,
was.
yeah. If you do this, what's the problem? What's the main issue? She's mono target. If you are hitting a tank, a big tank, you will lose. And you
Yeah.
won't get reset for your hunter. That's why you absolutely need this item and you need an Event Shroud here, but not on Wukong. And when you start to look about the component, it needs a lot of cloak, a lot of bow, and that's why this line, you shouldn't be playing this line without buffet or Pandora item, in my
Okay.
opinion. Or you can play it with Shimmer, because yeah, Shimmer is a cheat, because it will give you Mogul on Wukong, so you don't have to search for a third item, and yeah, you still need to have bow on the bow left.
Okay.
So, but always play the 4 hunter version. Don't drop 4 hunter for any reason. The core board is this one. Don't touch it. Olaf must be itemized in that game with
So,
defensive item.
uh,
Yeah.
if I don't have Olaf, I have what's that shit there called Nomzi.
Yeah.
I should play Nomzi instead of Bard or Zilane, right? Or for
No.
Hunter.
Why? You're level 7.
Yeah, if I'm level 7 and I didn't have Olaf yet. I'm a dumbass. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Because in tourney, okay, now I remembered what I saw. In tourney, somebody got a Rakan, and they played Rakan instead of Nomzi.
Oh, okay. He didn't play for Hunter, he played for Preserver. That's it?
Yeah,
Free Preserver. Don't
yeah.
do that. It's shit.
Okay, okay.
You you play for Hunter, you play this board, and when you start to level up, you can add the Preserver. Okay?
Okay,
But keep in mind that to succeed with this build, you need as much as possible this item. If you cannot, sometimes it will be harder. You can end up with something like this. Okay, you can still have a good game, but to perform as much as possible with this comp, it requires this itemization. Um, the main target in this comp is, of course, Ginzu and Gargoyle. You need at least one of each. Okay,
okay.
you don't ever play it with Wukong. Don't ever do that. What can you do? Uh, yeah, you don't do something like this. By the way, Redemption is a bad item on Wukong. Don't do it.
Okay,
Don't do it. It's a shitty item. If you want your Wukong to tank, put a Warmog, put a Sterak, don't put a Redemption.
okay.
Because
Even a Crown
Redemption.
Guard
Yeah,
is
Crown Guard
better.
is good. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, of course, of course. Crown
okay.
Guard is. Okay, you are playing a guy with a bunch of resi.
Yeah,
So if you put a shield on him, a shield is what? A shield is like HP bonus.
yeah.
So you will get value from your resistance with the shield. And the shield of Wukong scales on AP.
Okay,
So but if you put a Crown Guard, he will get a shield and will shield himself more. So the Gargoyle will get value on that. Okay?
okay.
Basically, if you put Crown Guard on Wukong, it's more HP than Warmog. People don't want, but if you do the math, since Wukong cast a lot on the fight, at the end, it's more HP value than a Warmog.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's why you don't really do Warmog on him unless you have to, uh, because you have better items that give you tankiness in this spot. And why Redemption is the bad item is because first of all, Redemption I can just do that, and it will do the same shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Redemption is an AoE effect. So you don't
Oh.
put it
Okay.
on the main tank. Look at the stats of this item. 150 HP.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
It's shit.
nothing. It's nothing. That's why you don't put a redemption on your main tank. Ever. Don't ever do that.
Okay.
Unless they buff the item. Okay?
Okay.
That's why it's a shitty item. Okay. No, the augment of this comp when so like I told you, you need to have beast. So of course Pandora is welcome in this comp. Main one is you have category 5, the augment that gives you Renan, Hurricane.
Okay.
Of course, this one is really good. So you have two ways to use it. Some people put two Runan on their Jinx. Don't do that, if possible. It's a
Okay.
trap. Spread the Runan. Put one Runan on Jinx and one on Olaf. It's better.
Okay.
Because why? Because like before, you still need two Ginzu because otherwise it's too slow, and because okay, with two Runans you hit a bunch of targets, but in the end, when you're facing one guy, your Jinx won't be able to kill it
Yeah. Yeah.
because she's too slow.
Yeah.
You see
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
You will, okay, you will clear the board, but in the end, you will lose the 1v1.
Okay.
When you have two Ginzu, you destroy the target.
Okay.
You have the Hunter 1 Hunting Frenzy, the one
Okay.
that gives you execute on Hunter. This one is pretty good. You have, of course, Shimmer Scale, because Mogul is bested on Wukong. And that's it. That's the main one. And of course, a Spin to Win, but Spin to Win is on 3-2. So, yeah,
Okay. Okay.
you're already committed.
Um,
So,
one
what? Yep.
one question. I recognize that Hunter emblem is fake.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
600 is piece of shit in this
Okay.
spot.
Yeah. 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 Makes
And
sense.
you don't want to drop. At least you can. Oh, okay, and furthermore, there is no order of the emblem in this comp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Swan Hunter, you drop Kog'Maw, but you will put it on Zilean or Bard.
Yeah. It's
That's
shit.
a shame.
Yeah. Yeah.
So no, yeah, Hunter emblem is shit. Like I told you, main augments are Category 5, the Runan 1, Hunting Frenzy, the Hunter 1, Shimmer Scale. That's the three main augments, and of course Pandora because it will gives you the beast itemization.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, like we talked about it, it's a champ that use Crown Guard, so Crown Guard that can be used as an augment in this comp. You won't see a bunch of people do it, but it's a mistake. It's one of the best augment of the comp. Okay.
Okay.
Just don't get baited. Don't do 3 Crown Guard on your account, just put one. One is enough. Okay. That's why
Okay.
Crown Guard has bad stats, by the way. Huh? It has bad stats because people don't spread Crown Guard or put a bunch of Crown Guard on the same champ. Don't do that. It's overkill. There is too many shield if you do that.
And it
So,
will decay, right?
okay,
Like
excuse me?
basically the shield will decay before
Yes,
even
that's it.
used.
That's it.
Okay.
So don't do that. And so, yeah, when basically when you are given crown guarded, just use one crown guard on the champ is enough. There is also the Bramble one. So it's funny because Bramble is a bad item, but the effect of the augment is good because it gives you a lot of damage with the
Yeah.
Bramble, and people surround Wukong. So they will all get hit by the Bramble effect. And that's the important point. It heals the holder. So it will heal your Wukong. Okay?
Okay.
So this one is a good one. So the trap here is that Bramble in most cases is a bad item, but with the augment, the augment is a good one because the bonus effect is good. Okay,
Okay.
the heal is good, the damage is good. Okay, so yeah, you can play Wukong with it.
And it heals the user too, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, that's what I told you. The heal
Yeah,
is
okay.
good. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Um, So, for example, here, if you have the augment, it's perfect because
Okay.
it will work as a healing effect. It's far better than redemption, for example. Uh,
So if I have a prismatic augments, what should I should not play this comp or
you can. You have
okay.
Pandora
Okay.
still, and you have also Shimmer.
Yeah.
You can put Gambler's Blade replace the second Ginzu.
Okay.
So you can play it, and you have also Living Forge. Living Forge is busted because do you know why? You have you can do insane Wukong because you can do innervating Wukong
Okay.
first. It's insane, and you can put also Forbidden N.
Okay.
Okay, and you still have Winter, so you can do some shit combo like this, and yeah, it's insane. And there is still Mogul.
Okay.
So no, you can play this comp with prismatic start. You just need to have a good one. So Pandora, Shimmer Scale, and
Um
Living Forge.
if I play like Living Forge, would I ever put like Gold Collector or
You
Fishbones on
can.
Jinx?
You can. You
Okay.
can.
Okay.
Collect. I think collector, yeah. Fishbone, not really that impactful. To be honest, it's okay.
Okay.
But collector might be her main one because it will help her to execute the targets that are too tanky, and it will give you a con that will help you to get to the 3 star.
Okay.
Last one, if you have the spin to win augment, the optimization is the same, but in third item you want BT no matter what. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
That's it for Jinx and Wukong. Now we have Vegar. Vegar, we talked a bit about him yesterday. So, how to, like I told you, don't force it. You need to have a good spot. So, I will talk about the augment first. That I think can make a good Vegar game.
Okay.
So, first, I want to talk about learning to spell because this one is pretty good, but unlike Ari, the problem is that the Vegar board is online too late to benefit from learning to spell, in my opinion. So be careful about that one because I saw a lot of people in tournament take learning to spell, thinking it's good. It's good when you are set up, but since you take it, you're more likely to lose a bunch of HP, and if your stab isn't that good, you won't take enough kills. So yeah, Be
Yeah.
careful about that one. Um, Main combat augment is combat caster. When you see combat caster, you must think of Vegar because, of course, Vegar cast a bunch of times, and with mage, you get high shield value, and with combat caster, you will win against Rise because Rise will just cast on your shield. Okay, you have Crown Guarded again. Crown Guarded is one of the best augment of the comp because I don't know if you do that, but Vex items are pretty important and people do that, do the stone plate unique. It's
Okay.
pretty common, but the main item is a Crown Guard. Crown Guard is a better item than Gargoyle on her, by the way.
Okay.
Because she's a mage. Mage scale on percentage. So if you give AP to a mage, it will scale with okay. And Vex has both AP scaling on damage and on shield. So if you put AP on her, she will tank more.
Okay.
So that's why Krongward is a good item. It gives a lot of AP, some HP and armor. So yeah, don't underestimate Krongward. So if we look at Vex items, you see that we use Rod on her. So that's why you will see Vegar with this itemization. This itemization needs 3 tier, but it doesn't use Rod, so you can keep it for Vex. Because
Okay.
you
Uh-huh.
do if you do that build, it's a really good build. But
Yeah. Yeah.
if you do this build, your Vex will be itemized poorly. Okay,
Okay.
so that's why you will see this build or this build,
Okay.
and I recommend you to do this build
Okay.
if possible, because if you have a good Vex, then your Vegar can scale and kill and yeah.
One question.
Yeah.
Sometimes there is a Radiant Refractor situation.
Shojin,
It's always Shojin, or
always.
if I have a Crown Guard augment, even then
Yeah, it's always Shojin.
it's still Shojin. Okay.
Don't put Radiant on your tank ever unless you're playing Wukong.
Yeah,
Because
it's
Wukong is solo frontline, Gargoyle is busted, and Jinx doesn't use good Radiant item. But in this case, Veigar has Shojin, has Rabadon still, blue buff, you have a bunch of choice. Shojin is the best one by far because yeah, but now you have the overflow mana, so it goes hard. It basically will do one auto cast, one auto cast, one auto cast.
yeah. Yeah.
So like I told you yesterday, the main board is with Chrono and 5 mages and Vanguard. So that's why you don't build Gargoyle isn't the main item because when you play like this, you are not you have free body in front, so you are not forced to put Vex solo frontline. Okay,
Okay.
so,
Okay.
don't Gargoyle is a really good item. Okay, but just when you are in a situation with Vex 2, sometimes it's better to be like this. When you have Vex 3, of course, you do that.
Okay.
But when you're Vex 2, sometimes it's better to play like this. So, next you drop Soraka, you put Nami, and that's the main issue of the comp. Say, you see, is that you need specific items, you need 3 items on Vex, 3 items on Vega early, and you still need to itemize Nami
Yeah.
with Burn. So, you need items fast as possible. So, but you need a beast item too. there is an augment that can do both of that. It's what doesn't kill you. Because what doesn't kill you, you will lose streak, so you will get prio on carousel, so
Okay.
you will take your peace item. It will give you echo that you need to do 3-star, and it will give you more items that you can use on this comp.
Okay.
So that's one of the best augments in tournament for me to use play regular. Here I'm talking about tournament. On ladder is different, of course. There is Spellblade, of course, Magic Wand. It gives you a rod, and the comp is AP at 100%. So, and high voltage.
Okay.
When I see it, you can compare it to Ari. It's the same augment, basically. Combat Caster, Guarded, Spellblade, High Voltage, Magic Wand. You
Yeah.
see?
Yeah.
And like Ari, don't ever take Arcana Crest in early game, but in late game you can play Arcana Crest.
Okay.
Okay? Um,
If I have the Ionic Spark augment instead of Gargoyle, I can put 2 Ionics on Vex.
no, don't ever do 2 Ionics, it's a bait.
Okay. Okay.
It
Okay.
was good on PBE because on PBE the range was so large that you could do that.
Oh. Okay.
That
Okay.
was one trick. People didn't do that much, but on since we were preparing for USWC,
Yeah.
yeah, the APAC guy used that trick to perform with this augment. You could do that, and it was nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah.
But since you are forced to put it on the front line now, no, you don't stack it. You will just lose an item on your carry for fun,
Okay.
and it doesn't give enough defensive stats to be put on a tank.
Okay.
Okay. That's it for Veigar. The next step, no Wrath as a fifth mage. Drop Mordekaiser. Put Mordek Time Kench. Drop the Chrono. Don't value Chrono late game. Like I told you, just play the Arcana version. And since you're like you see when you do that, like I told you yesterday, you're less dependent on Vex 3 because you're playing much more frontline.
Okay. Okay.
Of course, Arcana on the Wrath, and that's it. And the last one is where. When do you play where? Almost never.
Okay.
Don't try it unless you're forced to. If you're forced to, the board is Vanguard board, like this. For Vanguard, Galio, you don't play the 4 blaster version, play the Preserver version. This one is better. Normally, you are supposed to 3-star Zilan 2. You're supposed to 3-star Zilan 2, itemize Zilan, itemize Wei, itemize Mordekaiser. It needs a bunch of items then, and similar item because Wei use those kinds of items, and Zilan use also AP item. So yeah, and Mordekaiser use also some AP item.
Okay.
Okay, I missed. It's this one. It's Warwick for Frost.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the ball, and late game you just put Xerath as usual, and put Arcana on Xerath. So this board, when would you play this board? Is when you're trapped. You can't play Rise because you're too behind. you can play Veigar because there is already someone on him.
Okay.
You can play Aoi because not enough item at the moment, not enough rod, or maybe someone is already on Aoi. Then, when you're in this case, you have AP item, you can play Veigar, you can play Aoi, you can play Rise, you play this.
Okay, makes sense. Makes sense.
So, it's not a line that you want to go, that you want to play, it's a line to save a bad spot. Okay?
Okay.
Is to, instead of going 8th because you're playing a contested spot in a bad spot, you will maybe go 6th, at least 5th. And if it goes well, you can succeed with a second or third.
Okay.
Okay? But keep in mind that you don't want to play this by default. Okay?
Okay. Yeah. 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 Makes
So
makes sense. Makes
that's
sense.
it about the free cost line. So like I said, we have those three. Those three. Vega needs to take the good spot with good augment. Jinx, same, needs this item, and where it's when you don't have the choice, everything is taken. So that's it for free cost. And now the last one, the 4 cost line. So the 4 cost line basically is those two.
Okay.
Okay, you don't play
That's a
anything
little bit
else.
sad, yeah, but okay.
Uh, the I will talk about them after, but the main for me, it would be this. It would be this, huh? I
Okay.
wouldn't even put Rise. But Rise, why I wouldn't put Rise? Because Rise needs Portal Emblem to really work well. But the Arcana version without the Portal Emblem is really hard to pull off on tournament because it requires a level 9, but it costs a bunch of gold. You need to eat fast. Well, so the main focus line that can give you a win if you hit is Kalista. So there are two Kalista versions, unlike unlike what you can see on ladder. Most of the time, you will see this version. Normally, you will see
Okay.
the shape version. I think that you know this version.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the main version, but this one has strong aspect, but also some weakness. So you need to secure Ginzu Last Whisper on Kalista.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. You need to put one Sterak, one region item on Fura, BT most of the time, and you need to put HP item on Nasus. I insist, you need to put HP because it's a shapeshifter. He
Yeah.
scaled with HP, and his damage scale with HP. So when you put HP on Nasus, he's like your third carry. So, for example, Warmog is really good.
Yeah.
Steadfast is really good because it gives you 250 HP and some tankiness. So don't be surprised if your Nasus doesn't do shit if you play a Nasus like this. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah. That happened. Okay.
Okay, so as you can see, you don't have a Morello user or a red buff user. So basically, most of the time, a good Nasus can be, for example, this.
Okay.
This is a good Nasus. You have a 2 HP item. You have 250 HP here, 250 HP here, and some Resi with
Okay.
Protector, for example. You can also do the same with Adaptive. This itemization is a good one. Of course, Warmog is good, but needs a lot of the belt since you're using one belt for steroid.
Yeah.
Okay. So, next step. Next step, when you go 9, this for Camille, you don't Nico for Briar, and you put Morgana in. So this is the late game version. When you comes to this point, and you have enough items to value your legendary, you can win the game, pretty much.
Okay.
So, when do you play this comp? When do you play this comp? You can play this comp when you are with streaking, with Ash 2, for example. Ash is the best holder for this comp, of course, since Ash uses these items pretty well. What augments do you need in this comp to succeed? You need, this is a comp that cost a lot, so you need Acon with win streak or lose streak. When you are lose streaking, you can use an Acon augment on lose streak like what doesn't kill you. It gives you a lot of item for your forecast and Acon. So as you can see, what doesn't kill you, I talked about it a lot. What doesn't kill you when you don't have an early game is almost an insta pick.
Okay.
Because it will help you a lot with your composition.
Okay.
We have Double Down. I don't know if you already click on Double Down, this set. It's the augment that gives you a bunch of gold equal to your streak. If you're on a four low streak, it will give you 4 gold.
Oh yeah. I played that. Yeah.
This one is perfect to play Kalista because it's either you're full win streaking, okay, so you will get value, but most of the time you will just take it, lose streak. It will give you a bunch of gold, and then since you are lose streaking, you hit your comp, and then you go full win streak, and you will gain even more gold. So here we are in a pattern when you're playing focus line, so you need a lot of gold, but you also need a lot of item because you have a bunch of carry. So Caretaker's Favor can be a good augment because it gives you more items, for example. Okay.
Okay.
Shimmer is one of the perfect one because it gives you an item and it will give you a bunch of gold. Of course, you can play the Sterak one in this comp. You can play the TG one. And as for the combat augment in this comp, as you can see, you have a lot of synergy. So Stand United is a good one. You have Little Buddies because you are playing at the end 0 free cost. How to determine if your Little Buddies is good? Don't count your 1 and 2 cost to determine if Little Buddies is good. You need just to count the free cost you play, because when you are playing Little Buddies, you need to play 1, 2 cost and 4 and 5 cost. So the only champ that won't do shit are the free cost. So as you can see here, we have only 2 procs with Zilean and Akali, but we are buffing Briar, Rakan, Camille, Fiora, Nasus, Kalista, and Morgana.
And before Camille, we also have Jax, which is
So,
yeah. That's great.
That's why Little Buddies is great. But don't be that game. Oh no, I keep Jax because it's one proc.
Yeah.
You don't. Because people do that sometimes. So no.
Oh wow.
Don't do that.
One. I have actually 2 questions. I forgot one. So, my board. First question is my board stable? If I have like 2-star Fiora, 2-star Nessus, but I can't hit Kalista, I can go 9.
Oh, of course. You told me the perfect scenario.
Okay.
You don't need Kalista 2. You need the main one or Nasus and Fiora. Main one is Fiora because, as you can see, you are playing a bunch of melee units, so even Nasus doesn't have to be 2-star.
Okay.
The main one is Fiora because Fiora can carry your ass wall stage 4.
Oh, okay. And if I wanna catch a rise, let's say, then the position is going like this, like on same side. I'm not on same side against
You're not on
rise.
the same side. You mean cash rise with Fiora? It depends on him, not on you.
Oh,
It,
okay.
it depends if this guy positioned badly or not.
Okay.
Okay, you can abuse. Okay, I will show you. If you want to catch rise, let's say so you're not on the same side. How to catch rise is when Fiora dashes into rise and there is nothing else around him. So the guy needs to put his front line like this. For example, put a hole here. Your Fiora is like doing this, and she will get to rise, and in the meantime you kill the front line. Okay, so
Okay.
yeah, it's a pretty weird scenario. Like maybe like the or like this. The guy puts his Galio here, Fiora kills it, walks toward rise and dash cast on him because
Okay.
there is nothing else around.
Okay.
So the guy needs to troll, basically. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
it won't happen most of the time. Don't just be sure that your Fiora doesn't take CC, is safe, and cast a lot. Okay.
So I always should play her in first row.
Yeah.
Like many times I saw Fiora in second row.
No, because you will lost time. She will cast too late, and if you play a second row, she will cast when time can cast. For example, take CC. She didn't cast any. No, you want her to cast quickly, so
Okay.
she is behind enemy front line and doesn't take CC. And yeah, get a value of Sterak as soon as possible. You want to proc the Sterak before the first cast, basically.
Okay. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Okay, so for the prismatic, there is not a lot of prismatic that are good in this comp. Basically, the Shimmer one, of course, but the Shimmer one isn't that perfect. You know why? It's because yeah, you want the Mogul on Nasus, but
Yeah.
the Gamblers isn't that great on Kalista because it doesn't give you a lot of stats, and you want to have Last Whisper with that Ginzu. You need that Ginzu still. So
Okay.
if you get the Shimmer one, I think you will have to build the Ginzu Gamblers and the Crown, and so you are forced to build the Event Shroud frontline in this case. Okay.
Okay.
The main one I would take early game to play Kalista is subscription service because
Okay.
it's the four cost shop
Yeah.
every stage, so it helps you to hit early. And the second one, it's not popular, but it's a strong one. It's upward mobility. I don't know if you ever click on that.
Let me see the icon for it.
It's the one that gives you free HP when you level up.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Two
yeah,
free
yeah,
roll.
yeah. I played it many times. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. This one is good, but you need to play it properly. So to play it properly, you need to lose streak because it will gives you HP. When you are at 100 HP, it won't put you at 100 and free.
Oh,
So yeah, I tried it. So don't do that. Don't play it. It's basically metabolic. Same. It works as metabolic. Okay.
okay.
So when you took metabolic, you wanted to lose streak because otherwise you wouldn't get the extra bonus HP. It's the same here. So upward mobility needs to be played on the streak, since it gives you 2 free roll at each level up, and the level costs 3 instead of 4. You will have enough econ to go 8 and eat and go 9 just after that. It's a
Okay.
really good for cost augment, but you
Okay.
need to play it properly. So in this case, the perfect scenario would be lose streaking until 3-5, and I think in 3-5 you can be 8 at that moment
Okay.
with it and the free roll. So yeah, if you have enough HP, you can lose streak until 4-1, but yeah, it depends. Be careful. Don't put yourself in a danger. But
Okay.
yeah, over one or the combat one, like Giant Mighty, Support Golem, Immovable Object with the Wandering. There is Lucky Gloves. So Lucky Gloves, be careful. It's okay if you put the gloves on Kami, on Briar, on Morgana. Don't put it on Fiora. It's garbage.
Okay.
If you don't roll healing item, she will get one shot.
Okay.
Okay.
One last question about a situation. If I have, let's say, Fiora 2, but Nasus 1, but Rakan 2, should I item as Rakan? No.
No, Hakan
No.
is a piece
Okay.
of shit.
Okay. 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 Okay.
You can put gloves, thief gloves on Rakan. That's
Okay.
it. Okay, so that's it basically for Kalista. So, quick reminder, you need econ and item. So the perfect situation would be you take an econ augment at first, you take an item augment at second, and at the end you take a combat augment. Okay?
Okay.
That's the best scenario. But don't get greedy and picking free combat augment if you don't hit. You will go AF anyway. And at the opposite, don't take full econ augment and okay, you eat, but you don't have enough item for your Fiora and Kalista and Nasus.
Okay.
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 So yeah, that's your main line when you're playing for cost. I would like to see you play more Kalista this weekend than Rise. Okay?
Okay.
Uh, Kalista can win the game. Kalista has. Okay, I will just show you because it's simple. We have the stats of Taxation Cup of all day. As you can see, here are the stats. Look, 206 game of Rise.
Okay.
Look at the average, look at the win rate. Look
Okay.
at the top 3 rates.
Oh wow.
Look at Kalista, almost same amount of game. Look at the average. Look at the win rate.
Yeah.
Look at the rest. Look.
So what we can say is that I will only play Rise if I have Portal +1 first
If
augment.
possible, if possible. Oh, no,
Okay.
no. Sometimes you can have AP item in early game, you slam, you play tempo, and then they give you Portal Emblem also.
Okay. Okay.
It works. But
Okay.
no, you need. I don't tell you don't ever play Rise. The last day of Tactician Cups, I played Rise 2 times without Portal Emblem. Went 4, I think, and second. But I had okay spot and yeah. Uh, but most of the time, yeah, try to play it with Portal. It's much easier to succeed with Portal because it's a cheap board. You can go 9 easily. Yeah. So with Rise, the default board without emblem is the Arcana board, like this, this, and this. So as you can see, why is there a problem with this board is that you play 4 for cost.
Yeah.
Like Kalista, you will tell me, but this build, Kalista doesn't need legendary at 8 to succeed, and when you have Kaimil, with Kalista, you can play her already. You just bench Jax and you play Camille. Here, if you get Nora, for example, okay, you get
Yeah.
Nora here, you will put her here, you will lose too much frontline here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have to drop Nami sometimes, in my opinion. And if you hit Xerath, that's the main issue of the comp. You need to be 9. You need to go 9 to put everything. Because if you hit Xerath, how do you do? How do
Yeah.
you do? Nora is too strong.
Yeah.
If you drop
You need
Ari,
Scholar.
you
Yeah.
need Scholar because he will be too slow. So basically, the main thing will you lose Mage, but if you lose Mage, like I said, you don't have enough frontline, so it might be hard if you don't have those two upgraded. So yeah, Rise Arcana is a level 9 comp. That's why what you need to understand about it. When you understand that, then you can succeed with it. That's why those stats are garbage because and you need to understand that in those stats there is Portal Rise.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's not the stats of Arcana Rise. The stats of Arcana Rise are far worse than that.
Okay. Okay.
Arcana Rise might have 4.8 average, in my opinion.
Okay.
So don't get baited. The most mistakes I've seen in the Taxation Cup was that this comp was overplayed. The number of guys I saw hit this comp, but they play it poorly and go. I had a guy, both guys, first game, both guy, one hit Norachu on 8 with Xerath. The other guy hit also Xerath on 8. They
Yeah.
had Rise 2, Tyric 2, Time Kenshu. They went 6 and 7.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you don't have enough this comp doesn't win everything, first of all, and you need to be 9 to put everything together.
Yeah.
And the late game is not even this, is Diana. You need
Yeah.
Diana to win the game. That's why.
So with Tariq 2, let's say Tariq 2, I can't go 9.
You with Tariq 2, you can go. No, it's not like Kalista. No. It doesn't work
Yeah.
like Kalista.
Yeah, that's another problem. Yeah, with it.
That's the problem. Rise, you can sometimes go 9 with Rise 1, but it means you have hit everything and you're pretty healthy because you
Yeah.
will lose some run. So when you have understand that this comp is a 9 comp, then you will succeed. And it means to play this comp, you need Econ. You need Econ, so you need Shimmer, you need some prismatic augment that gives you Econ, for example, some shit like this. Or you need to win streak hard. So, for example, I told you yesterday about Seraphine going 9, something like that. It can happen if you, for example, you start the game, you have some upgrades, it gives you high voltage,
Okay.
and yeah, you win streak. You keep the tempo. Second augment, it gives you TG augment, so it gives you the tempo that you need. Late game, you get support golem. okay, with those combo, you can have a great Rise game, but keep in mind that you need to win streak. You can unlike Kalista, you can play it lose streak. Why? Because this is a 9 comp, not a 8 comp.
Oh, yeah.
That's the main issue. Kalista can be stabilized on 8th, and you can be stuck on 8 with Kalista.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't matter. You can win the game with Kalista on level 8. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. If you
Yeah.
hit, if you have great items, and if you have Camille on 8, it can work. It can work. It doesn't matter if you don't have Boyar, Morgana in late game. Of course, it's better if you have them, but it's not the main aspect of the comp. Unlike Rise, if you don't have Xerath, is doomed. If you don't have Nora, is doomed.
Yeah.
Dinah,
Yeah.
same. So you can't play him in comeback. That's what people didn't understand about this comp. That's why they crushed their chief
Yeah. Yeah.
playing this. It's a 9 comp. So
Okay.
only on win streak. Only.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you are not
Understand.
supposed to play it often.
Okay.
No, for itemization, I told you yesterday, if possible, you do an itemization like this. You play AP item on Tariq, so when you swap to Diana, you are happy. Don't itemize Zerat, itemize Nora. You put items on Nami, basically, and when you swap, you put the Nami item on Nora. And that's it. So no really combat augment. Of course, there are magic wand, epitaph, some combat caster are good augments in this comp, support golem. But the main thing is you just need to put yourself in a situation when you are streaking as long as possible because you need the 9. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't matter how you do it, just do it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Understandable. Yeah.
There is no. It's not like Kalista when okay, Stand United is a good one. Item collector. Okay. No. Here just takes what you need at the moment to make you streaks as long as possible. Okay.
Yeah. And the econ.
Yeah, and icon. If you manage to hit Portal at some point, just pivot to Portal.
Yeah.
But no, we need to talk about the cap. This board is the cap of Rise. You can do a better board than Rise, especially if you go 10 with this. This version is stronger than the 8 Portal version because you just play the same unit, basically the same core unit. You have Rise, Nora, and Diana, but you're playing Arcana, so in late game is stronger.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what you need to understand between the two versions is that Portal has a far better average because you're more likely to succeed, but you will win less game at
I see.
when you're stab. With this board, it's hard by far harder to get, but if you get to there, you're more likely to win the game. That's what you need to understand.
Okay.
So, for example, okay, if you are in a good spot, let's say, and they give you Portal Crown, the prismatic one in last, don't get baited by, oh, it's Portal, I pivot to Portal. No, if you have a good spot and a better prismatic like a Giant Mighty and you're confident about your 9, just take what makes you stronger at the moment, okay?
Okay.
Don't ever take Portal if you have to switch your whole board into the Portal one.
Okay.
You
Okay.
see what I mean?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Portal is a
One.
good one if you have already the champ.
Okay. Okay. One question about switching. when you roll down at 4-1, basically,
Yeah.
you
For
at
what?
level 8.
For two.
I mean, depends on your HP, no?
Okay, if you are, you won't do a for one with this comp.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Callista one. You have the Econ Augment, like,
Okay, so Kalista.
yeah. For like example, Callista. You are loose streaking and you have
Yeah.
like 30 HP at
Okay.
4-1.
Yeah. Okay. Then you do it for one. Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, and when you roll down,
Yeah.
you do you pick other forecasts out of the pool so you can hit earlier, or you wanna be more fast to grab your
Uh,
champs?
I take core units that I need. So, for
Okay.
example, I need someone that can hold the Kalista item. So, for example, it depends if you slam Last Whisper or not, but if you only have Ginzu, for example, I can buy Rise in my shops.
Yeah.
If I want someone, I want Fiora that will use my BT Sterax, I always buy Olaf.
Okay.
Okay, that's what you need to do. Don't waste time on buying Karma if you don't have item for Karma. No, the same. You can sometimes buy Varus. Basically, when you do a roll down, buy all the front
Okay.
because it doesn't matter what you get. You just need to have front line. But as for carries, for example, if you if you have Sterak BT, you won't buy Gwen in this case.
Okay. Okay, makes sense.
You you won't buy Nami, same because
Yeah.
if you don't have item.
Yeah.
That's made me think. I forgot something because we talked about Rise, we talked about Kalista. I told you that there are two versions of Kalista. So the second version, when do you play it? What is it? Because people don't play it. We don't even have. We don't have. They put it here, but like they call it Kalista Fiora Flex. But
Okay.
the second version doesn't use Fiora, and that's the point. Sometimes you play Kalista, but you don't have Fiora items. You have only tank items. It's possible. Can
Okay.
happen. Or Fiora is too much contested. Or Nasus is too contested. So what is the version? The version is Arcana version. So the difference is that you won't play those two that are sometimes too contested.
Okay.
You will play around Tamkench this time. So, why Tamkench? Where is the link? The link is with Hecarim. Hecarim, you still play Jax and Zilean like the other version, but here what changes is the main frontlaner. This time is not this is Tamkench. So, you still play Rakan for Fairy and Preserver. You still do the same itemization. And we have two slots to fill, and those two slots are this.
Okay.
So, this is the perfect synergy version. You put Arcana on Kench and put Xerath on 9. Drop Jax for Camille, and this is the end. So, what's strong about this version is stronger late game, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Why is it stronger? Because, like I told you yesterday and today, the cap of the board are Arcana at the moment. So, but this one is not Arcana Xerath, by the way. You always keep Arcana Kench because Arcana Xerath is for caster, and Kalista is also auto attack base. So you just you just abuse the fact that you have perfect synergy, so you put it on Tamken, so you have a bunch of HP on this comp, and for example, against Veigar struggle pretty hard against this version because you have just too many HP on everyone.
Oh, I see.
So, why this version is stronger? Because the other version, we are putting items on Fiora, on Nasus, so it's stronger level 8, but level 9, yeah, you are putting Briar, Morgana, and everything, but you won't have item for
Yeah.
most of them. So, in this case, you will directly put melee item on Fiora, on Camille,
Okay.
and you have Diana, and that's why this version is strongest, is because there is Diana in this one. You have Arcana and Diana, and you will itemize Kalista and directly some rare legendaries.
Okay. Okay.
So this one is more like the Rise board. It's a 9 board.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you must see it as a 9 board. So um, but the main thing is, for example, um, I don't know. I don't have. Sadly, I don't have that game online. But I had a game when we were free on Calista. Sadly, and Nasus was too contested because the both guys knew only the version of the shapeshifter version.
Yeah.
And I hadn't items for Fiora, so it was pointless to run Fiora. I had many tank items. So I played it like this. And yeah, I was like this on 8. So as you can see, yeah, I didn't add Diana.
And
Like most of the game.
here the tank items goes for Tom Kench.
Catch, yeah.
Okay.
Because here with the Arcana, he can do like 2 cast. But do not itemize Rakan, it's pointless.
Okay.
So but I had many tank items, so I put the tank one on chain, put the utility, the HP item, the burn, etc. on Kench. And with this, I had Kalista too, but you see, if I played it like everyone else, I would be stuck with Nasus 1,
Yeah.
basically. Rakan 1.
Yeah.
Fiora on the board, but no item for her.
Yeah.
So it's pointless. But with this version, I managed to hit Kalista 2 and Time Crunch 2, and with this board, I could go 9 because this board use benefits well from tank item. Since I had many tank items, I was playing Simpack, by the way, so that's why I
Okay.
had so many items. And Kalista, unlike Rise, can the more the fight the more the fight lasts, the more Kalista will put damage because she scales with attack speed. At some point, she will just get too much spears on the enemies and she will kill everything. You must have seen sometimes the Kalista can just kill the Vex 3 because she puts too much spear on her.
Yeah, I killed yesterday a Fiora 3 with it.
Yeah, so and since I had frontline upgrades, it's 2 free cost. Rakan was 1. This was upgraded. And Kalista 2. I could go 9 because, yeah, my frontline wouldn't die. Since I have the Akana on Kench, I had a lot of HP.
Okay.
And then on 9, I could do the swap as soon as I could. Put this, and
Even if they are 1 star.
of course, because
Okay.
they are they will get items, so they will do some shit, and it's also about the synergy. The more synergy you put, the more Tamkench you get value.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because remember, you're using Tamkench in this one.
Yeah. 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 Okay.
And if you manage to go 10, basically it's just 4 Arcana for more HP. And in this one, I took Arcana Crest, so I was in 4 Arcana. It was 100 HP for each champ.
Oh wow.
It was 10,000 HP on the board.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So I perfect Vega 3.
Oh wow. That's nice. That's nice.
So that's why this version is caps higher because it has it's a 9 board that has a 10 board also, unlike the other version that is basically an 8 board that goes to 9, but you don't ever go to 10 with the shape board. You will put directly your item on Camille on your legendary, unlike the other one,
Okay.
and that's it. So you must, when you play Kalista, you must keep in mind the both version, okay?
Yeah.
Don't force one version because sometimes you will sadly, for example, like my example, hit Kalista, but don't hit the rest because you were forcing
Yeah. Yeah.
the version. Since if you are flexing between both, you will get great result with Kalista.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I will definitely um we'll try this one today, to learn it.
Okay. So that's it about Kalista and for the so yeah. So if we talk about it, Kalista, you have the shape version that can be it. So it's a 8 board that goes 9. You need a great econ, a lot of item. Can be played in comeback. Um, you have the other version, the Arcana version. This time, this one is more suited for win streak spot because it's a 9 board, so it's easier to play it on win streak than lose streak. But
Okay.
it caps higher because it's an Arcana version that uses Diana, and Diana is the most broken legendary in this patch. Rise, though, so the Arcana Rise board is a 9 board. Keep it in mind. So you need to win streak. Don't ever play Rise on lose streak if you're playing Arcana. And just take augments that makes you win streak as long as possible. And for the Portal version, just if they give you a Portal Crest, a Portal Crown early game, you play around Portal. 8 Portal. By the way, okay, I want to say a thing about Portal because I don't know if you do that, but most of people will play like this, I think. Play Nami for mage.
Yeah.
I think you do that too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. This is sometimes a bait. Don't get baited. Yeah, it's frustrating. You are true on free mage. You want to put Nami on, but sometimes, here for example, if you don't hit Diana, uh, you can have hit a Tamkench too here.
Okay.
And don't remember that the highest cap of the board are Arcana Xerath, so you can put Xerath here, for example. I put
Okay.
Tamkench, you can do the same with Hekari. Okay? So
Okay.
don't just think, okay, it's Hell Portal, 8 Portal with mages. Okay, what's the last slot? The last slot is Bastion, so I put Diana. It's not always like this.
Okay.
Okay? Just keep in mind, when you are level 8, always buy some frontline.
Yeah.
body. Okay, so when you're level 8, your body is like this. So you just flex between this and this and a bastion. But the problem is the bastion will be a free cost and they suck.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why most of the time you won't play bastion at this level. And if you get Nora and you do that, you don't have frontline at all. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
so right, yeah. My advice is just flex between those two
Okay.
for the portal. If you have the cheapest version is Nico, but she's okay. She's okay. Since she's giving a CC and Witchcraft is a great support threat.
Yeah.
So yeah, I flex between these three. These three. As eighth slot. Then you go 9, and when you go 9, it depends on what you had upgraded. For example, if you upgraded Tamkench 2, like I said, for me, it's better to play Xerath than or Ekarim than Nami. Nora
Okay.
doesn't need mage to succeed.
Okay.
Just Nami is a great CC unit, but if you don't have item for Nami and she casts too lately, play a support unit. Xerath is a support unit that will give you great charm, the true damage, and Ekarim is basically Bastion. You can also do that. Just play Diana directly. But yeah, don't be baited every time by mage. It's not.
Okay.
It's good. It's good when you have the spot. Sometimes it's good, but you're not forced to play mage on this board.
Okay. Okay.
Your main carry is not a mage. It's Rise. It's the portal. If you play mage or not, it doesn't matter. The thing you need the most is frontline,
Yeah. Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
tempo. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. Now about Varus. Varus is a piece of shit unless you have emblem. That's what you need to understand about him. So if you have Frost emblem, this guy can be good because Frost are good stats on him, and the board with 7 Frost is good. So yeah, the Frost board with Nasus. That's it. Okay. Tank items on Nasus if he's 2-star. If he's not, put item on Swain.
Okay.
Varus is your support guy, so he's here to apply red buff, burn. Don't itemize him as the main carry. Just focus good items on Olaf. Those ones are great. For example, Runad is really great with Frost. And Hunter, he has a lot of AD. He will get reset pretty easily. Next step is you drop this, you put Diana, and you put Shen. This is your level 8.
Okay.
As you can see, those items here on Diana are perfect on Swain. So
Yeah.
the thing I do is I put Diana item on Swain and then swap that game.
Okay.
Um, and if you go 10, if you manage to do that, same shit, you do the Arcana thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Uh, okay. So, what you need to understand about Frost. The first mistake. First mistake is to tunnel on this, to consider only this. This is a mistake. Sometimes you don't need to play this. Don't forget that that this is a support.
Yeah.
They are support. That's
Yeah.
not the main carry. The main carry and Frost is this one. If you understand that, if you slam your item thinking about that, you will have great game with Frost. If you think this guy is the main carry, if you miss, at least him you can't miss, but this guy you can clearly miss.
Yeah. Yeah.
It will goes bad because you can just do that sometimes. You can just do that, for example,
Okay.
and just play Swain as the main tank. And don't forget, Swain is an AP tank. That's why those items are far better on him than gargoyles, warmog, some shit. Don't build Swain as an HP tank, HP resi tank. He's an AP tank that use Diana item for the late game. Okay.
Okay.
For example, I can do this. You can also do this. Here you have many choice, as you can see. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not always okay. I play Frost, I play Varus and Nasus, and it's end of the day. No, you're not forced to play those guys. You just need to play some front line, so you will always play a shapeshifter behind with it, and the other guy can be whatever. As you can see, you have Preserver, so you have Morgana open, you have Chronos, so sometimes you can even do Camille. Camille will use Frostgrave.
Okay.
So when I
So,
play Frost,
so with Olaf, I also on same side as Rise, or should I avoid it still?
you go to the weak side of the board, enemy board. So most of the
Oh
time,
yeah, because I wanna proc the Frost
yeah, yeah,
soldiers.
that's it.
Okay.
You want to be on the same side as your range carry. So if Varus, you play Varus, you always do that. You always put Olaf backline because don't worry, we jump anyway.
Yeah.
So that's it. But as you can see, when I play Frost, I you have all of this. All of this you can buy.
Okay.
So yeah, you have more option than people think.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you understand that Olaf, well, if you play 7 Frost, it's because the Frost are your carry. So Olaf is your main carry, and sometimes, if I miss the Varus Nasus, I just play away. You can play away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he's in 7 Frost. He will do shit. Okay.
Even the last Whisper one, right?
Uh, no, in this case, sometimes you don't even need Last Whisper, to be honest.
Okay.
It is an hybrid comp. You have a lot of magic damage with the. It's more important to have a unique in this comp than a Last Whisper.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because you have magic damage with Sign, magic damage with Zilean, magic damage with Way. You will have a bunch of magic damage with the Frost statue. So unique is more important, and when you play Diana, of course, you have a lot of magic damage.
Okay.
Okay. Um. Okay. About this comp, what you need to understand is that the stats given by the trait are AD and AP.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to get stats that you are missing from augment. So what are you missing? You are missing HP. So every augment that gives you HP are welcome. So HP from flat HP or shield. Shield is good. Epitaph is good. Giant Mighty is really good. Okay.
Martyr.
Marchill is good.
Okay.
Less good though, but good. You want to have attack speed because okay, you have a bunch of flat ADAP. You want to hit faster, so attack speed is beast. So for in this case, that's why Epitaph is one of the best augment on this comp because it gives you HP with the shield of Epitaph and attack speed.
Okay.
And when you understand that, you have the best augment of the comp is little buddies. Because you are running some cheaters and it will even though you are running Swain and Way, that your main carries will be Olaf, the Order of the Spot. That will be
Okay.
most cases a 5 cost or a 4 cost. And your Olaf with little buddies will be a beast because he will have HP and attack speed with little buddies, and he will have AD and AP with Frost.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, he has all the stats of the game, just missing resistance.
Yeah.
So
Do I play this comp without Frost start? Like Frost
no,
+1?
it's a
No.
it's a without +1 you can,
Okay.
you can because
Okay.
yeah, like I said, Olaf is the carry,
Yeah.
so don't worry. You will just have to get to Diana.
Okay.
I will show you. I will show you one of my game.
By the way,
Yeah.
I don't want to scam you or something like that, but we are way over the hours.
Don't worry. I told you. I told you. Don't
Okay.
worry. I want to finish. So you are almost finished. Okay. So I think that this one. Okay. So I will. Okay. So this is Unfrostery game. So here I take the Forge, I take the Innovating Locket. My first thought was to play around the Vex, but I couldn't because someone was already forcing Vega. So classic.
Okay.
Here, as you can see, I have Warwick 2, and here I will get a Frost Shop soon. I have the Olaf, and here
Okay.
I have Frost. So Swain with the Crown, AP item, and the locket, innovating locket is piece on him, so it helps. So here I'm rethinking, I'm playing around my HP, and here with those items, yeah, I can play Veigar this game, clearly, because contested and I don't have the item. I can play Wukong, because someone is already playing Wukong Jinx. So, I had to find the solution. I have a Olaf, okay, I play around him, and as you can see, I don't have a Frost Emblem.
Yeah.
I don't get it here. So, immovable object to get full resistance, that's a stat I'm missing. I'm rolling because I'm free win. I want to keep my streak because I know that I'm playing without emblem. I know that I must play around this Swain because I can play around Vex or around Wukong this game, so I must play around Swain.
Okay.
So if I play around Swain, I will mostly play around the Frost line. So I need to keep the streak because late games I need to be 9. So as you can see, I play around Olaf, so I slam items for my Olaf to keep the streak. I keep the tempo, roll for charms. Since I'm playing Frost, I have a lot of stats, a lot of AD AP, so that's why crits are welcome on Olaf. I have a bunch of crits, so he does a lot of damage. I don't need defensive item because my Swain is keeping the aggro,
Okay.
so my Olaf won't get damage. And I have the Ronduin that helps my team because it gives it a lot of resistance. Now, I have the third one, and as you can see, the third one, I have the little buddies. I
Okay.
roll on 8th. I roll for Olaf 2. Nobody is playing for Olaf, so no worries. I slam Runines because it helps Olaf to get resets. And as we will see later, it will help him to get rid of the backline. And as you can see, I'm not in 7 Frost.
Yeah.
My main carry is Olaf. So And my main tank is Swain. You don't have to. Olaf can be a great champ if you play him correctly. And so here is the Jinx player. Here is the Veigar player. As you can see, Bisvex and Bisveigar. And Xerath on 7. So this guy has a great game. Because, so, let's see his spot. Bisveigar, he has Veigar 3. He managed to get Xerath on 7, so he has the true damage bonus.
Yeah.
And he has 35 HP, so he has 3 lives.
Yeah.
We need to beat him 3 times to get him out. So
Yeah.
So he has a pretty good spot. Some guys will tell that he might win the game.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, and now he has Vex 3. So I'm doing my shit. I managed to hit my Swain. So here I don't have I have little buddies. I don't have item for Nasus. I don't run Varus because I don't care about Blaster. My main carry is Olaf here. So as you can see, I'm playing do cheaters and everything goes well.
Okay. But you must have the Swain tree in this case.
In this case, with my HP, I could have go 9 for with Swain 2
Okay.
and run Diana, but I would lost HP in the process.
Yeah.
With my Swain 3, I won't lose any HP. But I did Swain 3 because because like I said, with the Locket, I wanted to play some free cost frontline. Vex was taken by Kevin Parker, who was playing Vega.
Yeah.
Wukong was taken by GoBuster, who was playing Jinx. And
Yeah.
Mordekaiser was taken by Kezman, who was playing Wei.
Okay.
So the only option left was Swain, and because all free costs were out of the pool, I managed to hit him quickly.
Okay.
That's why I play around this. I knew I would hit easily. The hard part was to find someone to put behind the Swain,
Okay.
and it was Olaf in this case, because Varus without emblem is shit. You see the difference?
Yeah.
Oh, Varus, it's not because you play Varus in Frost that 7 Frost is good.
Yeah.
No. It's Varus is shit, and you need to put him a Frost emblem to make him good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
7 Frost without emblem is good. You don't need Varus to make Frost good.
Okay. Okay.
Okay? That's the difference. And that's what people didn't understand about Frost. And that's what they only consider Frost with emblem, like you told me. I was one of those guys at the start. But then
Okay.
I understood.
Okay.
Some cases you can succeed with Frost, you just need to get to the 7 in some way to get to Diana.
Okay.
And here I put myself in a situation when I will get Diana. I play tempo, I played around my Swain that nobody buys, so it's easy to get. Especially in this lobby, since everybody runs a 3-star free cost frontline. And I needed to find a carry behind the Swain, and Olaf is the perfect carry because he's Frost and nobody plays him. And Olaf has a strong kit because what does Olaf? He puts he's immune to CC when he casts, and he has self healing. So
Yeah.
it's easy to hit up. It's easy to put item on. You can put whatever damage item you want. Like in this case, I put Runan here Last Whisper, but I could also put Straywalk, Edge of Night, something like that. You
Okay.
see?
Okay.
And here I had two Olaf because I had too many ID item, and here that's the core thing. Well, it's especially in this game, but those two Olaf carried my ass the whole game. And as you can see here, the Runan is important because the Runan helps me clear the backline.
Yeah.
And we will see here. Look, this is the Vegar now. So the Vegar has Vex 3 bis item, has Galio 3.
Yeah.
This Vegar, he has item on Nami, just missing some burn, but he has the Xerath, the Kench. He's in full Arcana, as you can see. So he
Yeah.
has a lot of damage brute.
Yeah.
Of true damage. So you will see the fight. And you see the Runan. You see the Hurricane on Vegar. Look the
Yeah.
Vegar.
Yeah.
That's why Hurricane is.
And Olaf also was a good counter because they can CC the
Yeah.
Olaf.
And you see, Kevin had a insane Vegar game, but I managed to pull off a comp that beat him.
Yeah.
And he went third.
Yeah.
With all of that.
Yeah.
So that's basically what can happen. First of your day of the tournament, you can succeed with Vegar if people are weak, but in the end, Vegar won't win as easily.
Okay.
It will be much risk for less reward.
I see.
So yeah, that's it. And at the end, I go 9. I put the 7 frost, and now you will see you will see. We will look at the fight. I'm in 5 frost. Okay.
Yeah.
So we see. It's well, not close, but he killed my swine and my secondary.
Yeah.
You will see in 7 frost.
Yeah, it's like melting down. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what you need to understand. Just you need to get 7 frost online, and is here we can see that I had all the stats of the world because I have AP and AD with frost. I have
Yeah.
HP and attack speed with little buddies, and I have resistance with the Randuin. Okay?
Yeah.
So when you understand that, you will understand how to make Frost online. In this case, I have the innervating locket that helps a lot. Let's be fair. But yeah, I won the game with 81 HP in tournament in the third day of Tactician Cup. So
Yeah.
yeah, if you don't have the locket, but do the same, almost the same, you can almost do the same game, but just you will have less HP. It won't be a stomp, but yeah, don't just Olaf can sometimes save your game. And as I mentioned earlier, in Calistacon, for example, sometimes if you don't have Fiora but you have Olaf, you can do some shit with Olaf. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah. So easier to play. For me, if you have Frost and Blend and you just don't focus only Varus and Nasus, and you understand that Olaf and the Frost are the carry, so Swain, Olaf, and Wei, it's an easy game. But if you force Varus and Nasus, it can go pretty bad. And you understand that you need to streak. And how do you streak? If you focus your build on Varus and Nasus.
Yeah.
You won't. But when you itemize Swain correctly, as you can see, it's snowball item. Unique, crown, that's those items you can build them on snowball. And the fact is that Olaf is your main carry, but you get him online lately. So where do you put those items on? On nobody. So that's why you will slam use item on way most of the time early game.
Okay.
So that's what you need to understand. Frost is a snowball build that is easier to play with emblem, but you don't always need the emblem. You just need to get to 7 Frost at some point.
One question about that game. Did you reroll Swain at level 8?
8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if I do that on 7, I lose my tempo.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a shame. If you have a bunch of gold, just finish your champ on 8. And I wasn't rolling for Swain. You always put yourself in a situation when you roll for many things. I was on 8. On 8, I was rolling for Olaf. I was rolling for Varus, maybe, some Nasus, maybe, some legendaries, like I told you, Diana, Smolder, Camille, Briar, Morgana. I have a bunch of choice on 8. If I roll on 7, I'm rolling for Swain, because I couldn't play wave 3 in this case, because somebody was already doing that, and I hadn't hit items for my way. Anyway.
Okay.
So it was a mistake in any cases to consider Swain free on this level. And thanks to that, I found a bunch of Olaf and considered the second Olaf 2 that carry my game in the late. That's it for Frost. What about Pyro? Pyro, I don't recommend do Pyro. Like I said, I think it's way better to play Pyro Emblem on Ash reroll or Nila reroll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't risk yourself
With Callista.
with Varus or yeah. You need to play Smolder. Sometimes you can play Kalista waiting room for Smolder, but yeah. And the endgame you need Smolder. This build is too dependent on legendary because the version of Pyro is that you need a shapeshifter, you need in this case Bastion, and it opens Arcana.
Okay.
So it's a late game build, as you can see.
Okay.
So yeah, this is the final build. So yeah, it's legendary based mostly.
Okay. I see.
And the thing is you rely too much on Nasus. It's risky.
Yeah.
If you for this build to succeed, you need to get Varus and Nasus online as soon as possible to go to 9 and put this board online.
Okay.
That's the main issue. And even with that, you won't be the strongest in the game. And you need a bunch of items because you need 3 item Nasus, you need Ginzu Smolder, you
Yeah.
need a bunch of AD item on Varus. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
As you can see, this is the Frost Varus. This is the Pyro Varus.
Yeah.
And as you can see, there is Frost Vertical. So those are the guys who played Frost without Varus. And as you can see, you can have success with Frost without Varus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's it. I think we talked about everything. My thoughts on Karma. Try to dodge Karma if possible. To me, Karma is when you have AP item for Rise, but Rise is too contested and you have to find something.
Yeah.
Okay, but don't expect yourself to have succeed with Karma. Karma is not a carrier, in fact. Well, if you manage to get there, to this point, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, if you manage to go to this point, yeah, this board can do some shit because he has legendaries.
Yeah. Yeah. But what others recommended me, like Zaul, is that you only play Karma with Spellblades.
Yeah, that's a good point because without it, In fact, if you manage to get there, okay, it can work. But the only way to get there is to have a strong augment to help you on 8th to go 9, and yeah, Spellblade is one of those. So that's why you don't see Karma succeed. Like as you can see, people played it, and yeah, it didn't go well
Yeah.
for a focus build as flex as Karma.
Yeah, that's shit.
Yeah, so that's it. So if we take out Augment, for me, in the last patch, when I launched the game, I was like, okay, that's what I want to play. Mostly here. I was like this, okay? That's what my vision. I was like, okay, one cost, do I have a lot of Ash, lot of Jack? Do I have bow start? Good augment for it, like crazy attack, some shit? Yes or no? Okay, no, I don't play it. For 2 costs, I was like, okay, warrior, I need to have sword opener, sword gloves opener. Okay, I have it. Now, do I have combat augments like keeper, like raw rejuvenation, like Sterak augment, Edge of Night augment? Yes or no? If not, okay, I don't play it.
Okay.
Kog'Maw, okay, Kog'Maw. If do I have the champ? Yes, I have the champ. I have Nunu, I have Kog, I have Blitzcrank early game. Okay, now do I have sword or bow? Okay, what else? Do I have really good augments for Kog? Do I have Epitaph? Do I have 12E? Do I have Too Tanky? Some shit like that. Do I have Shimmer? Yes or
Okay.
no? Okay, if not, I don't play it. Now, Harry. Okay, Harry, do I have Rod on or Cheer on the bench? If so, okay. Do I have strong combat augments for Harry, like Spellblade, like Learning to Spell, like Magic Wand, Combat Caster?
Okay.
If not, I might not play it, even if I have the champ, because
Okay.
without combat augment, it would be too risky to succeed in the game. Kassadin, do I have +1 multi-striker with augment or with map? Trainer Golem, for example. Do I have combat augment like keeper, like press the attack? If not, I don't ever touch it. I need combat
Okay.
augment. 3 costs. Jinx. Okay. Do I have cloak or bow on the bench? Yes. Okay. If not, I need Pandora item to
Yeah.
get my beast item. Okay. Do I have Shimmer? I can play that with Shimmer. Do I have a strong augment of the comp like category 5 that gives you Hurricane or Hunting Frenzy that give execute to the hunter? If I don't have one of those, I will try to avoid this line because this line needs a lot of gold. That's why Shimmer is so good,
Okay.
and you need beast items.
Yeah.
You don't need a lot of items because you just need to itemize Jinx and Wukong, but you need specific items to succeed. So yeah, if I don't have this, I don't play it. Veigar, no, Veigar, I need to be alone. If possible, the most as possible, I need to be alone. So if contested, avoid it. Don't try
Okay.
it.
Okay.
You we just go 8th and the other guy 7 or 7 and 6. Don't it always goes bad. If you are too on it. So Veigar, I don't need Veigar online early game. If don't tell yourself I have Veigar box or Vex box is a Veigar game. No, it will fuck up your economy. It costs
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
If you want a good Veigar game, just get Seraphine online. Use
Okay.
Seraphine as a Veigar holder. Just play your game. You need good augment. If you play it lost streak because you
Yeah.
don't have a perfect item, get an augment that helps you to do that, like
Uh,
double down, like what doesn't kill you. Yeah.
one question. Do you pick the mage augment where they cost more when?
Of course not.
Of course not. Okay, because it locks you in that comp.
Yeah, that's it. You can take it when you're commit to Vega, when you're set up, but you never take it first.
Okay.
Never. No, the first augment that you need to get to Vega is Econ augment slash item augment. For example, it's easier to play Vega with Crown Guarded because Crown Guarded will help you early game and it gives you a beast item on Vex. So it's one less item to get.
Yeah.
Same goes for high voltage. High voltage helps you win streak early game, and it's one less item to run for Vex.
Okay.
And so, for example, for me, that's those two examples are the best scenario, one of the best scenario for me to play Veigar because it will be a Veigar game with a lot of HP.
Yeah. Yeah.
The one doesn't kill one is a good spot, but you're playing with fire. So
Yeah.
if something goes wrong, yeah, you might end up with bad results. What else about Vigor? And of course, yeah, I forgot about Spellblade. Spellblade Combat Caster. Combat Caster is the main one. So, if you have everything, if you don't have this spot, you don't try to play Veigar.
Okay.
No, focus line. We have Kalista and Rise sometimes, but Kalista mostly. Put if you scoot, you don't see. Be in a situation when you are two playing Kalista, not more. Don't ever put yourself in a situation when you are three or more on the same focus line.
Okay.
You're gambling if you do that. It's you. It's just you eat or you die. Don't do that. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
So, first, you need to be max 2 on the same line. Second, you need to have Econ on win streak or lose streak. If you lose streak, take an Econ augment with you, it will help you. Try to get some item augment, like big grab bag that what doesn't kill you. Freaky Friday, some shit like that. The augment that gives you item fast. Um, Good item, of course. For example, Bramble Diclo 1. Bramble Diclo belt. This one is shit. Don't take it.
Okay.
Because Bramble is bad item and Diclo is bad item. So basically, you take an ointment that gives you belt for me. Pretty much. And don't forget to flex between Arcana version and Shape version. The Shape version is stronger on 8, but caps lower. The Arcana version is weaker on 8, but stronger on 9 and can go to 10.
Okay.
Okay? That's it. And don't forget the good combat one. Like I said, try to have a balance between Econ augment first, item augment second, and board augments, combat augments on last. And for Kalista, the combat augment are stand united because you have a lot of synergy. You have little buddies. You have item collector.
Okay.
Okay. And of course,
Okay.
support golem, shit like that. Well, support golem is good in everything anyway.
Okay.
Um, and for Rise, like we talked about it, Rise Arcana only win streak because it's a 9 board, so you just take whatever helps you win streak in augments, whatever you need. There is no guide. Of course, some augments are more like high voltage. High voltage, I think, is one of the greatest one because that's an item you need. It helps you win streak. It's good. But like I said, just take whatever helps you win streak at the moment.
Okay.
And if you manage to get Portal Emblem in the process, and you have some of the champ on the back, and you are not confident on yourself for going 9, just pivot to 8 portal.
Okay.
But if you're confident on yourself for going 9, that you have another great augment like, I don't know, Giant and Mighty, for example. Uh, what else? Little Buddies. Support Golem. And that. Or, yeah, some of those. Just take the combat one.
Okay.
Don't. If you have a good spot, Arcana version is better late game than the Portal version. Just Portal version is stronger on 8, so it helps you to go 9 with little things. Okay.
Okay.
For the rest, emblem. So, like we talked about it, Frost is easier with emblem. Don't focus on Varus and Nasus only. Just Olaf is the main your Frost are the main carries. So Diana, Swain, Olaf, Way. You don't have to play around Varus every time.
Yeah.
Don't forget that you need stats that complete the Frost stats. So Frost stats are AD and AP. So you need HP, attack speed, and resistance. So you take every augment that gives you that.
Okay.
So that's it for. So and the fact is, 7 Frost is strong. Varus is weak and needs Frost emblems to work, but 7 Frost doesn't need Varus to work. 7 Frost is strong as a threat. So you
Okay.
don't. If you manage to go to 7 Frost in some way, it's strong. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you don't have to get the emblem. Other emblem. Pyro, try to avoid it. If you have Pyro emblem, try to play around Ash 3 or Nila 3. And we didn't talk about the other one. So here, Sugar, don't play it. It's too
Okay.
weak at the moment. Pyro we talk, Portal we talk. Fairy, too weak at the moment. Don't try it. Frost, we talk about it. Witchcraft, don't try Witchcraft thinking it's okay. It's not okay at all. It's garbage unless you
Okay.
get 8 Witchcraft.
Okay.
So you, the only situation I would play Witchcraft is if I knew I can go to 8 Witchcraft. Okay?
Okay.
So, for example, you have Witchcraft on the Trainer Golem, and they give you Witchcraft Crest, for example. Okay,
Okay.
then you can play Witchcraft. But you still need to get to Morg, so
Yeah.
be careful.
Yeah.
But 6 Witchcraft with only one emblem is a shit trade. It has 4.8 average, I think. It's garbage.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, 4.8. Yeah, it's garbage. Eldritch, garbage. Don't ever take it. Don't ever take the mascot one. It's
Yeah.
garbage since the nerf. And Onimancy, well, why would you take that?
Yeah. 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 Okay.
Uh,
So
uh, seven,
in
5 and 7 are shit, by the way. So even if you are in a situation, if you can get to the 7 Oni is shit, by the way.
okay.
Okay.
So basically in tournament I should never take because too many of the synergies are bad. I should never take Wandering Trainer.
No, yeah, I saw you take it. It's a Wandering Trainer is garbage this season. Why?
Okay.
Because alors, it can be good because if you get Portal, yeah, it's good. But for example, Frost, if you get Frost or Pyro in the Golem, it's not even that good because the utility of the emblem is that you put it on someone.
Yeah.
Frost.
Oh,
Frost,
yeah, I see. Yeah,
you see that's the main issue. Oh, look at it. Sugar, it's lot of stats.
Yeah.
If you give it to a fucking dummy, what's the point?
Yeah.
People say me Portal is the exception because Portal you don't care. It's just a shield. No, so yeah, and
Yeah.
you can do 10 Portal on 9. So basically, the only good emblem, craftable emblem that is good to have on the wandering is Portal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So it's too risky.
as you can see,
And it's bad.
Wandering. It's new patch. All patch.
Yeah, it's bad. And would you play Fortune in tournament?
You can, but alors, well, be sure that nobody can grief you. So first of all, when you have Fortune and you know you will click Fortune, click it last second, because if someone has what doesn't kill you or double down offered and they see you with Fortune, they will take it.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you take Fortune, take it last second, first of all. Second, scoot the board, scoot the augment. Try to analyze if they can sell everything. Sometimes people won't sell everything because they're playing a reroll, simply.
Yeah.
So, yeah. If you have all of that, you can play Fortune, but do not blindly click on it.
Okay.
Because if they grief you, it's doomed. And you need to do 10 or 11 loss. So it means you cash out on 4-2 or on 4-1 or 4-2.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, makes sense.
What else? End of explanation about why Wandering sucks. It's because you don't have a combo this set. In previous set, sometimes you had emblem that helps each other. You see? This time you have so much uncraftable shitty emblem. So it's bad. It's bad. You know, like you take for example what can I say? Uh, yeah, for Eldritch with Pyro, there is nothing in common. Multi Striker with Sugar, what the fuck is that? Basically, when you take Wandering, you are gambling Portal and Arcana.
Oh, I see.
For me, that's what you are doing. You see, it's basically all comps use a support synergy like Preserver or Arcana. Dispatch is Arcana. So, for example, good combo you can have is Warrior plus Arcana. For example, you can have.
So if I get Arcana emblem at 4-2, and if I see myself to get to that point, like win streaking, should I pick that?
Oh, wait. Are we talking about
By augment. By augment.
just by augment? You are not on Trainer Golem.
Oh, you okay. We only talked about trainer golem. Okay.
Talking about wandering in Trainer Golem.
Okay.
No. I talked about Arcana Emblem. I told you it's a good augment on Fortune only.
Okay.
You don't take it early or mid game, and it's good on Fortune when you're playing a board that use Arcana. Simple as that.
Okay, makes sense.
Okay, that's it for me. I told you everything.
Yeah. Holy moly! Like you basically gave me much more. Like, are you sure we are good?
Yeah, we are good.
Okay, it's basically 4 hours instead of one. So if you need any compensation, just tell me.
Well, it depends on you. I don't want to. If you can give me an extra hour, okay. If you can afford that, but I don't force you on that because.
Okay, for sure. I will for sure.
It's me. It's me. I wanted to finish it. You didn't ask me to, so I assume that. Okay. So it's my responsibility. If you were in the case, if you asked me to do the 4 hours, it would be different. But like I said, I like to do things properly. I don't want to leave you with just undone work.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. I'm used to it. So, like I said, if you can give me an extra room, of course I will take it, but
Okay.
it
Okay.
depends on you. I don't know what is your financial situation, etc. So, yeah. Anyway, it was my pleasure. So don't worry. I do extra hours because I like to do that. I like to play, to talk about the game, and I'm I like people that I coach to have all the information that they need, especially since you are going into tournament. If it was just coaching for ladder, well, it's different, but here you are playing a tournament, and tournament on a patch that I master.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it,
So that's why I tried to reach out to you, because your playstyle, what I like the most. And
okay.
I followed this scene for like 4 years, so
Yeah, so yeah,
but I'm more like a content creator, like
yeah, yeah.
I never took this like tournaments and ladder and stuff like that,
Seriously,
too seriously,
yeah,
because I'm afraid that if I grind myself, let's say my maximum is EU finals,
yeah.
and if I'm fucked by because there's a huge balance issue, or I don't get like a
Oh,
proper
yeah.
prismatic augment, I would burn out and I could never touch the game again.
Okay, yeah, yeah. That
So
that's what. Yeah, I feel you because it can happen sometimes. It happened as some regional and like for example set 9 with multicaster.
yeah,
If you
yeah,
remember, I
yeah,
was pissed. Not gonna lie, I was pissed because I did a great season, and sadly we had a balance issue for the finals. But yeah, that is what it is. You have to learn to live with that. But yeah, if you're not used to, you can clearly burn out from that. Yeah, it can be really frustrating because TFT is RNG based. It has a part of luck,
yeah,
and sometimes you can, for example, you can't win every time.
yeah, yeah,
You can perform most of the time. You can go to in final most of the time in final tournament. But if you're good, but the problem is if you want to reach the world, yeah. To be fair, I did world 2 times. The 2 times I did world, I was less strong than I am right now, and there is always a wall between
yeah,
me and the world this last season. So yeah, there is a part of luck at the end, especially when you're facing opponent that has the same level as you. Uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the more the gap close, the more the part
The
of
luck
luck is.
depends. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
that
I can see that, and I'm streaming basically every day, and I'm also the TRC organizer here. Like I'm making the regionals for the people. So if I would get burned out from the game, that would be like really bad. Like
yeah, yeah.
even if I'm burned out, I had to organize. I had to stream. So
I
this
understand.
is how I consider
It's
it.
a good call. Yeah, no, it's a good call. I think if you manage to live with this situation to live properly, myself, if I could, in later, I would do the same, in my opinion. But because yeah, it's less. Well, sometimes when you play competitively TFT, you can forget it's a game.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
see what I mean? You
yeah,
it can be so frustrating that yeah, you can less enjoy the game. So that's what I've learned this last season. No, I when I perform, I'm happy, but yeah, for example, this one, I'm less tryharding this one in terms of ladder, for example.
Yeah.
I just focus on tourney because that's what I like the most, the tournament, and
Yeah.
take more time for myself. And I like the season. I like the
Yeah, yeah,
season,
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
and
me too.
yeah,
Me too.
me-
Like I never say that I will never compete. Maybe there will be one set that clicks for me.
yeah,
But right now I see myself that for words and everything like that, you need to play constant. You need to play
yeah.
like you must grind a lot to
It
have
takes
more and
a
more
lot of time. Yeah.
experience. Yeah.
For TFT, one thing about TFT is that it takes a lot of your time, and most of the time it doesn't pay off as much as it should, with considering the time you invest in the game.
Yeah.
I think I'm one of the luckiest one because first of all, we have the French tournament. We have a lot of tournament in French, and I managed to succeed in a lot of French tournament. Plus, in Rising Legends EMEA circuit.
Yeah.
But so I get my money basically from those tournaments and from my payment with Gentlemates, but so I don't have to stream, for example. I'm
Yeah.
not forced to stream. Uh,
Yeah.
so, but yeah, some other players, it can be hard sometimes because yeah, you in TFT you can go to World one time and never go before so many years, and yeah, if you don't have if you're not streaming, it can be hard. It can be hard.
Yeah. Yeah. But as I stream, you know, sometimes I'm forced to pick wandering trainer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because
I understand that totally.
yeah, yeah,
When
yeah.
I stream, the few time I stream, when I stream, I'm doing such some things
Yeah,
like that.
clown games, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gambling because I'm tryharding already when I play off. So when I stream is for content. Yeah, of course. I
Yeah,
understand
yeah.
totally.
Yeah. So thank you again, Coco, for these
You're
tips
welcome.
and tricks. This is like another level. I will definitely rewatch it again, probably when I took the plane tomorrow. So I will have
What
time to that.
you register everything?
Yeah. I recorded everything. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good one, good one. Um,
So I can watch it
okay,
back and not bothering you
yeah,
with
okay,
additional questions.
that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, so you know what? You tell me how it went when you finished.
Okay.
Okay, so to I like to see. I like to see.
Let Like I was invited there, and what I want to say is that I tried my best. So that's why I took this session. Like first with Zeul, but Zeul basically vanished after Tactician Cup. I don't know what's up with him. And then I saw your playstyle on Tactician's Cup, so I was like, okay, it's not. It's Etrain Fame played really well.
yeah,
Don't misunderstand me. But in consistency, I liked your playstyle way much more.
yeah. No, yeah,
So,
yeah.
so I hope
That's a good one.
it stays between us. But I
Don't worry.
okay. So thank you again so much for the extra time. I will definitely pay more for sure. And I will pay extra if I finish in top 4, okay?
Okay, okay. Deal.
Deal. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye bye.